Mr. Lin, completing the wind tunnel test in just too fast is impressive. However, it is not actually 2 months. Actually, it was just a month before the blueprint meeting. I've already submitted it to the Chinese Ministry of Works. They're rushing to make a prototype. We started prototyping at the same time as 20 days of prototype development. Your theoretical studies. Our real aim is to develop a next generation, 6th generation, one word, echoed, 6th generation fighter. A term instantly jumped into Chen Jia. Konabody configuration. Correct. Konabody configuration. Quite straightforward. You just can't grasp it. We are far from figuring out engine design in coordination with the airframe. If we submit our proposal, you'll only scratch the surface. Mr. Lin, what are you talking about? Why don't you let us join? There stands the group of researchers he dismissed, now waiting around. This is what I consider RD. You're the ones running away. This, Lin Rui, really means business. Looking at Yang Jianjun in confusion, he stated firmly, it's about time for young talents like Lin Rui cleaned up some old ways. Lin Rui's team worked overnight in the conference room for 10 days. Field mattresses were moved in. Instant noodle packets filled the corners. In the lab, others saw his efforts as a joke, considering how eager young people are, eager to prove themselves, worked day and night on the project just for showing off the vector engines. Lin, teacher, here are all your parts. Let's inspect them. After 2 weeks of theory, let's take a break. Come on. Lin, teacher, we knew last night the equipment arrived, keeping us awake with excitement. Can't wait to see what it is really like. Lin Ru ripped off the rain cover, a sleek-looking G2 model plane. There was. Everyone's eyes were latched onto its Sci-Fi vector nozzle. This is the vector variable cycle engine. Mr. Lin, let's get started on the tests. We're desperate to test it out. Kunji, you will manage the controls with Ling Rui's order. The large wind tunnel began to operate. Lin, teacher, with a speed of 6 Mach. This surpasses supersonic levels at high speed. The thrust-to-weight ratio is impressive at 20. It just carries more missiles, nearing top speed, though it's not the Konabody configuration. With the right design, it should hit Mach 10. We determine to proceed even if it is challenging. We should believe in Dragonland's craftsmanship. Even under hurricane force winds, Professor Lin, in gale force winds, no aircraft on Earth can take off, none can land. But we can, or else our research is pointless without it. The hurricane force wind roars. This 20 model visibly shook, but as the blue plume emitted, it rose into the wind, though shaking. But it worked. Prepare for a 10-grade warning. Aircraft resistance dropped. Thrust is insufficient. Shall we activate the boost mode? Boosted. Thrust mode. Activated. Applying pressure now. Wait. Speeding up too fast. A loud crack. Model 20 crashed through the test chamber's wall. Professor Yang, there's a minor issue in the lab. Lin Rui, this minor glitch ended up being successful. The flight speed can still reach Mach 6. Professor Lin's boost mode. Little Lin took flight instantly. You mean the speed could go over Mach 6? Speed increases are limited to cut down on acceleration time. The current body can't handle long-term boosts. The compatibility is too low. If we can develop a shockwave body, the overall flight speed can reach Mach 10 for vertical takeoff and landing. Tests on Mach 6. Concorde suggest it can reach Mach 10. How sure are you about this? Lin, you're way too naive. Longguo's top-tier manufacturing tech isn't publicly available online. All information is on paper and highly classified. In other words, my findings on these technologies are likely inaccurate. Longguo's true industrial capabilities vastly exceed recorded data. I'll head to Yanjing right away to brief on the full technical plan. Get some good rest. Lin Rui's 6th generation aircraft plan is about to draw the attention of Longguo's highest leaders. He'll likely receive an briefing from superiors when speculation circulated that Lin Rui would take responsibility for the wind tunnel test facility's destruction. An urgent, secret call arrived at his dorm. Professor Shu called Lin Rui directly from his dorm. He instructed immediate travel to Yanjing with the car waiting outside. Just bring essentials. It'll only be a couple of days. He realized the data Xingguo brought was significant enough to catch high-level attention. It is now his turn to personally present his design. Teacher Yang, how did things go? It turned out great. In just a few hours, they took a car that magically transformed into a helicopter flying thousands of miles to reach Yanjing. Yang Jianshan looked utterly drained, yet he couldn't help marveling at how good youth felt. 20-year-old Lin Rui, however, remained energetic despite his obvious wariness. In this specially tagged government car, Lin Rui immediately closed his eyes to rest. This mature air gained a nod of approval from Yang Zhenjun. The car drove into the heavily secured military compound as the guard opened a concealed hatch disguised as a wine cellar, revealing an endless stairwell. The elevator plunged down quickly. Moment the door opened, Lin Rui was left speechless. He found himself in a spacious underground meeting room. Entering and exiting here, colons at every rank are commonplace. Lin, as a junior officer, wondered if he could take a front row seat. Are you hawkish or dovish? Professor Yang, doesn't being a dove imply being a comprador?